Good morning, Red Pill community. Hi, it's Dorothy Guyton. I'm here today to talk to you once again about the Red Pill Man and my book that I wrote for him, for you all. Manhood Interrupted, an answer for the Red Pill Man. And as you see, I have your red pills, I have your blue pills, and there are more pills there because we know the red pill community started, and you have names for different kinds of men that take pills: purple pill, black pill, all kind of pills. And I hear this pink pill community. I'm trying to find the pink pill women who support the red pill men, and I'm probably going to do some interviews. I love interviewing people to get the word straight from them on how they feel about different issues, and I post them on my blog so people can read and follow along and see why people have formed their opinions, how and how long they've had them, and where it comes from. We have to get to know each other, to understand each other, to live together, to work together. So I do interviews, and eventually I'm probably going to try to reach out to the Red Pill Man community and do a couple of interviews. You kind of have the reputation of being aggressive, a little combative, but I know that's not everybody. I know there are some that would love to sit down and have a discussion or dialogue or answer questions, because I write on women's issues, and for you to get your voice to women, I would hope that I could introduce, because a lot of women are not following the red pill movement, or they have bad or negative thoughts about the red pill community. I would like to kind of bridge that gap and bring maybe you all together for understanding and conversation. It just seems like it's the people that get the most attention are the ones that's loud in the streets, hanging out, clubs, whatever it is. I don't know. Not serious type, just fly by night, jumping on a train, 15 minutes of fame, 10 minutes of fame, or whatever. But I know this is a serious concern and a serious movement for a lot of men, and some people aren't taking it serious and making it a joke, making it entertainment, just to be seen and heard for a minute. But I take it seriously, what you all are saying, because men and women are meant to work together, live together. Shouldn't be separated, polarized. So I'm hoping to bridge that a little bit. I'm pro-woman, but because you pro-woman don't mean you're against a man. Like I said, God created you for purpose, for reason. You're wonderfully created. You were meant to be. We were meant to be with women in relationships. So, but things just get out of hand sometimes. Man mess up whatever they put their hands on, but it always comes back. You learn from these times. This is a learning time. Anytime you have change, a revolt, a movement, it's a learning time. I mean, President Obama said, take everything as a learning and teaching moment. So that's what I'm doing. I'm trying to be the part of a teaching moment. And for the men that will follow me and do listen to me, I thank you. I appreciate you. I know the first thing is don't listen to anything that come out of a lying woman's mouth. But for you to say, okay, I'll give her the benefit of the doubt, I'll listen to her for a minute or what have you, I appreciate you for doing that. I really do. It means a lot, and it's encouraging, and I listen to you all. I don't shut you down and tune you out and label you all as don't know what you're saying or doing anything. You always, when you get that closed-minded about something that you just automatically shut down and don't have an open mind, I think you're in trouble. Sometimes it can lead to cults. I saw a post just a few minutes ago on the Red Pill YouTube, when I was looking at YouTube videos, saying that I took the red pill, and I'm so happy I took the red pill. Now I see that Democrats and liberals are ruining everything, and we know that the red pill movement is spinning off into different directions and getting radicalized, and you're going to have incidents of violence, and people are going to associate it with everyone in the red pill movement. And I said, you can do a lot to stop that. With so much vitriol and ugliness and everything, you can express yourself without degrading yourself or degrading anyone. You do not have to diminish anyone to rise. You don't have to use anyone as a stepping stone to be lifted up. You can rise with your own wings, with your own feet, with your own thoughts. You can be free. So I just hope that as we go along, those groups that are spinning off, do not become too violent, do not become too dangerous and ruin the voice that the red pill community has. Okay, like I said, thank you so much for giving me the opportunity to speak to you. I appreciate it. I hope a lot of women are tuning in, also mothers of sons, to know how important and valuable men are to your sons and your daughters and to a family as a whole. What I'm talking about today is my book is based on the 3 pillars of manhood. And you probably have heard the 3 pillars of manhood that Dr. David Gilmour put forth in his book about, what is this book called? Manhood in the Making, Cultural Concepts of Masculinity. He bounced off of some work that Michael Hirschfeld did. Michael Hirschfeld immersed himself into a little community, and he tried to study what it meant to be a man. And what he came away with is there's 2 things that's going on: being a good man versus being good at being a man. That's what Hirschfeld had. And then Dr. David Gilmour looked at that, and then he formulated the 3 P's that's pretty universal through time, thousands of years, through all cultures and ethnicities, that there's 3 pillars of manhood. And like I said, you can be a man. Biology and time makes you a man. You're born with male genitalia, which makes you male, and as time goes on, you get to 18 to 21, society says you're grown, you're a man. But that does not mean that you're living in your manhood. You don't have to do anything to be a man. You will be addressed as a man. Once you get a certain age, you're a man. That's it. You don't even have to do anything. But to be in manhood, you have to put forth effort. You have to do. You have to be. You have to live in manhood. And that's where a lot of people are feeling disrespected. I'm 18, I'm 21, I'm a man, I got a job, I got a car, blah, blah, blah. That is not manhood. You're a man. And I hope people respect you as a man. But manhood is action. It's not talk, it's deeds, it's your life, it's your philosophy for yourself, how you treat and interact with others, how you present yourself at work. It is doing. Manhood is doing. You don't have to do anything to be a man. So there's a difference. And being a good man, it said that's your morals, good and bad, and everything like that, how you react and think. And it says a good man is equal to a good woman. You both can be good, kind, nice, considerate, cooperative. That's being a good man. It's equal to being a good woman. But being good at being a man is mean you're doing, you're living into what people expect you to have. You carry on the responsibilities of manhood and what that is. And so Gilmour looked and studied, and he did his research, and he came with there's 3 pillars. Like the stool, everybody, there's so many examples because it's the best example. A stool with 3 legs. If you pull one of the legs out, the stool can't stand. You have a 4-legged stool, one of the legs miss, you still can sit on it more times than many. But a 3-legged stool, you can understand and visualize that concept. If one of the legs is missing, it's not even useful. It's not even a stool anymore. Just throw it away. It's junk until you replace the leg. And then it has to be even and balanced and everything. So that's where he came with the 3 P's of manhood. And an interesting thing is, when I was doing the research for my book on manhood, I mean, there's tons of information on manhood. Google womanhood, and you will not see the large amount of that has been written on womanhood. Womanhood is so dynamic, and it's just so diverse that it is very difficult to sum up womanhood in 3 succinct words. But manhood men have been able, sociologists, anthropologists, psychologists have been able to agree that there's 3 pillars of manhood, and that's what I chose to use. It may be some more out there, but I found this the best and sound for me, and I agreed with it. And there's 3 of them. It's protector, provider, procreator. Protector is that you kill, fight off, ward off, look out to make sure nothing harms, germs, whatever. Provider is feed, provide shelter, provide food, provide safety. You provide. And then procreation. You have children. You continue your gene line, and your genetics is given off to into mankind. Again, so it's provider, protector, and procreator. And this is seen throughout, no matter what the culture is, past, present, and it will be future, that this will continue on. So that is the basis and what I operate from in my book. So that's what I will always be talking about when I say manhood. Manhood means you are a provider, you're a protector, and a procreator, okay? So that's why I chose that. And one of the interesting things, I'm sure y'all have heard this, I'm sure if you all are giving out advice to men how to operate with women and in society, that I know you have formulated you a definition of what manhood is. I think I hear people say, this is what a player is, or this is how you, but I know you have formulated who you are before you even venture out to pursue anyone in any type of relationship. I know, even though you say, well, I'm young, I'm not trying to get married or anything, I'm just doing sexual relationships, but still, you need to define yourself no matter what you're doing, wherever you show up. You should be showing up, as it said, being good at being a man. Are you good at being a man? And so you have to define that before you think you can do it. And that's why a lot of men are saying, I'm not respected. People are disrespecting me. Women are emasculating me. They are taking charge. They won't let me lead or be in control. Well, if you are good at being a man, she has a lot to take away from you. And someone can't just take your being from you. It's very difficult to take your being from you. It's very difficult for a woman to take away you being a provider. It's very difficult for a woman to take away you being a protector. And it's very difficult for you all agree on being a procreator. Now, she can't take that away because she can take birth control and just not have children. So she doesn't allow, but she don't take away. You can still procreate whoever you want to. So there is a lot of work you are giving women that they are doing. That is a job to take all of that away from a man. I mean, she don't have time for anything else. And if she takes away your ability to provide, if she takes away your ability to protect, and if she take away your ability to procreate, we're talking about castration, you are rendered nothing. But I don't know how a protector allows someone to harm them in that way. I don't know how a provider is convinced to not have a job and to bring in income. That is a lot of work for her to do, to take all of those 3 pillars of manhood away from you. And I don't know if a woman can do that. You are giving them far too much power over you and what you do. Before I would stand, let someone take away my ability to protect myself and others that I care about, I would leave her. I would leave someone that was taking my ability to provide away from me and leave her. I would leave someone that was taking my ability to procreate as I wanted to. I would leave them. I think you are staying in 1 day too extra in something that is very devastating and detrimental to you, as you are voicing through your own words. But a woman is not that powerful to take that away from you. And you say, well, she undermines me with the kids. We'll get to that at another time. I think I did a video earlier where I was just kind of off the cuff, talking about no one is doing that to you. I don't know. I will revisit that probably with a little more research or something like that. But anyhow, if you want to read about this yourself and not listen to me whatsoever, you can go to www.artofmanliness.com, and there you will find all the discussion about the 3 P's from a man. If you prefer to get information from a man, you can go to www.artofmanliness.com from Dr. David Gilmore as he breaks down and explains each part of provide, protect, and procreate for you, okay? Now, what I want to say is if any one of these 3 legs are missing, this is where I went for my information. Like I say, I'm not just here trying to sell you my book. It's a wonderful book, and I'm so proud of it. It's a great resource to have to look up. But this is, you can look up this the same way that I did if you care. If you don't care, all right. I'm talking to the people that care. The red pill man that's saying I'm not getting caught up and getting thrown in directions that have nothing to do with me and who I am and what I want in life. I don't want to stand the state of complaining and pointing a finger forever. I want to be the best me that I am, get the woman that I'm meant to have the family I'm meant to have the job I'm meant to have, live in a society, a community that respects me every time I walk down the street or they hear my name or my children's name. That is the person I'm talking to. And like I said, this movement, the Red Pill movement, will be a marked point in history. I do believe that this point in time will be written about by many sociologists and psychologists as to what you all did in this movement. Which way did it go? Did it go in the positive and it helped man and brought man back to his dignity and usefulness as y'all feel like y'all don't have, and men's rights were restored to where you wanted them to? Or did it spin off into a violent cult of just complaining? Because like I said, I can't get into any of these sites to see what you're saying. Everything is locked and blocked. You're like, yeah, we don't want any women there. And I'm like, it's the he-man woman hating club or something like that. This is not a dialogue that we're in trying to work on stuff and resolve it. It's a gang, mass movement to themselves, unto themselves, and discussion amongst you. But sooner or later, you're going to have to come out and be a part of the real world, that these subversive tactics that are going to be implemented against women don't work, because you want women to be with you. You cannot declare her enemy and then think she's going to come to you. No, that's not going to happen. She can't be declared the enemy and then still be in relationship with you. So whatever any tactics are to get her and get her in a place or whatever, instead of welcome her in, let me see who we are together and how we move forward, there's nothing. And when you find that woman that wants the base man or low quality man, you're supposed to move on. Why are you still hanging around? And I don't know how come all you men meet so many of those kind of women. Where do y'all go? Where are y'all been that y'all meet these women all the time? My gosh, don't go to that place where they are. They hang out together. Birds of a feather flock together. Quit going to that pond where them birds of a feather are flocking. I never seen. How do y'all find them? Y'all must be going to the places where they inhabit. You're going where they inhabit. Stop it. Go to the place where the women are you want. That is so simple. How do y'all keep running into these base women? What y'all call them, low value? You must be circling low value ponds and hangouts, low value women museums. How do you get exposed to so many? Stop doing whatever you're doing. Go where they do not hang out. They probably afraid of the light. You know how roaches scatter if you turn on the light? Turn on the light. Let them scatter. And don't go there. You're trying to be a exterminator and crush them out. You know how long it takes to stomp roaches out? That's ridiculous. I'm sorry, but it's true. I don't know. People just like a wonder. All these women just want money or be mean to me. Quit going where they are. Get you a new hangout. And that's the thing. People won't change but are not willing to change. You want a high-value woman to drift into the dirty pond. No, it isn't happening. Get yourself to the side where the women you want are and act accordingly. And quit crying about the women. I bet you people got so many likes on these booty shaking what y'all say, the Kim Kardashian makeup lookalikes and everything. I bet you your page, you got, I don't know how many you're following, so that's all I got to say. I'm sorry I got off topic, but I'm going back on topic. Okay, so you have the three legs. You have the provider, procreator, and protector. If any one of these legs is missing, you're not well. You will not be in manhood. You will not be living in healthy manhood. So if you're a provider and procreator, and then you let people walk all over your loved one, the one that you're with, or you don't even protect yourself, you let people walk over you, or whoever you're in relationship, your children, you let people walk all over them. And there's a lot of men that are very silent in parenting, and their wife is out there doing all the battling and stuff, and then you like, it's off balance, okay? And then you're like, well, she won't let me. If you're not providing, protecting, and procreating, they all have to be balanced. And this is this is one point that's in my book, and I'm gonna drive it home, okay? Having babies out of wedlock. You are not providing for them, and you're not protecting. That's two legs missing on your stool. You have nothing to sit on. You couldn't stand on it to reach a top shelf. You cannot procreate and not provide and protect and be living in manhood. You will not be respected in your community. Your name will not be respected. And that's what it says. When you give a lot of attention, and right now you're giving a lot of attention to one leg, procreation, sex, you're paying more attention to that one leg of procreation and sex. And when you do that, it turns into an unhealthy obsession. You are twisted. You are just contorted because all your energy is put on that one leg. It's going to break. It's going to crack. It's not going to hold you up. And once that's gone, you at rock bottom. There's nothing to sit on, nothing to stand on. You cannot be unbalanced and keep going on and on about sex and women and being a player and having children and not provide and protect them and think you're living in manhood and should be respected by the women who see your women, see you coming. They see how many women you going through. They see you. And I go through that in depth in other chapters, okay? So you're going to have to get back healthy for things to get back in balance. And you say, well, they letting men do it. Don't keep looking at her. Quit trying to change her. Change you. Change you. How good are you at being a man? We're talking about not returning phone calls quickly. Don't be available whenever she's there. Don't answer in full sentence. You're obsessed with one leg of the three pillars of manhood. You're going to have to get healthy in providing. You're going to have to get healthy in protecting. You're going to have to get and choosy where your genes go. Got genes scattered. Be concerned about your genetics that you're putting out in the world. That's magnificent. Just Tom, Dick, and Harry get your genetic components in gene pool and everything. All right, one more thing I want to say. Let me see if I can remember about what did I want to say. This is what's important. And like I say, I have a degree in theology. I have a master's in theology, which is philosophy, falls under philosophy. But the one thing I wanted to say is it's funny, God created us that you cannot be good in manhood if you are not in a relationship. You don't have anyone to provide for. You don't have anyone to protect. You do not have anyone to procreate with. So manhood is best demonstrated in a relationship. And it's like, oh no, she talking about everybody got to get married because they got to protect the wife. There's a lot of people that don't have children, and they are provider and protector for their parents. They don't procreate. They're probably going to be unbalanced. People adjust and get healthy and accept not having children, and that don't make them any less. But you understand that to be complete in living in manhood, it is considered to procreate, but you don't have to. I hope it doesn't go that people say, oh, you got to have children to be living in manhood. It is just established as such. And it says the same thing with women. Are we women if we choose not to have children? And the answer is quit trying to make people have children. So you can mentor children and have that same parenting, caring, and nurturing, and give back in your community, and care for another and feed into that person. And women can do the same thing. You can do it with your nieces and nephews, but you have to be in relationship to live into manhood. I'm trying to establish what womanhood is, and I'm doing interviews, and I hope to formulate the same kind of thing. What is a woman living into womanhood once it's defined? We are not defined yet, and that's very troubling to me. The three closest words they came to was nurturing, empathetic, and personal attractiveness, and that is not enough to encapsulate and capture womanhood. So that's what I wanted to say for this video for today. I'm very happy that you came by. My whole book, like I said, I'll be using the 3 pillars of manhood: provider, protector, and procreator. It worked from the beginning, from the caveman days up to the gentleman days, that is what you need to be doing. Manhood is a doing. It's slowly becoming being only. And there will always be a deficit feeling in man if it ever just becomes about compassion and being cuddly and communication and feelings. You're going to have those other outlets that let you provide and protect. So I think a lot of you are in a little unsettled state, that you're not in relationship with a woman, that you're missing something, that those urges to provide and protect are stern, but you don't actually know, and you're yearning to have that high value woman, But if you get yourself together as provider, protector, and a procreator that cares who he places his seed in, all those high value women will see you. They really will, if that's the main thing. But like I said, I hope we move away from about dating, and this is about women and how to get them and how to be dominant again. Because in my study, it said there would have to be a catastrophic occurrence to put this genie back in the bottle. And the genie back in the bottle is when a woman was only at home being the caregiver and the supporter of the husband. It is just too easy and simple and less stress to be on her own and provide and take care of her own self than to just go back to that back seat place. It was a wonderful place, and she should still incorporate that in her marriage. Not girlfriend, don't do wife duties. She should do that in her marriage, support and be there for her husband. But it will never go back to the traditional role of womanhood. And they saying it have to be, and if it's a catastrophic event, a lot of the men are going to be gone too. So it is not going to go back to traditional womanhood of even the past 100 years. And I know they say it's biblical womanhood, and biblical womanhood is a beautiful thing, and that is great and wonderful. So that is going to be the closest that you get to probably the traditional roles of womanhood. So you need to, I'm doing this tape on the Thursday, but I'm going to upload on the Friday. So Sunday, you probably need to be right in the Sunday school pews looking for that biblical woman that will tell you, I am ready to be that Proverbs 31 woman. I'm signing on it. Let's get married today and let's do this thing. There's no doubt what you want, you can have. Like I say, you're just not looking in the right pond. You're fishing with the wrong bait, probably. I don't know what you're doing, But you can rectify all of this. Every one of these videos that I see, and I'm going to start watching more of the videos and get a feel of some of the loudest voices. I see some of the followers. You got 20,000 hits and subscribers, and I'm going to pay a lot of more attention to what's going on. But this can easily... Jesse Duplantis, an evangelist, pastor, whatever you say, from Louisiana, said he had a man that came and said the man was so distraught. He said, Jesse, I've been cheating on my wife and I don't know what to do. I just can't let the other woman go, my mistress go. I done tried and tried. When I tried to leave, she pulled me back in. I do everything. I don't call her for a while and still there. And then I get weak sometime and then I just call her up and go back to her. He like, I'm just struggling and praying to God. God, please help me, change me so I can let this mistress go and not be doing this. He said, can you help me? Can you pray for me, Pastor, and help me to ask God to help me? He said, do you really want to stop seeing it? He's like, yes, I'm so desperate. I'm so torn. It's so hard. I love my wife. I'm just a weak man. I keep falling and slipping. I'll do good for a couple of months and then I'm right back. The Lord's going to help me. I know the Lord is going to deliver me because I'm praying on my knees so hard. He said, I'll stop it right now. All I have to do is go tell your wife that you seeing this woman. He hold on. No, we ain't, no, let's not. He said, I thought you wanted to stop. You've been asking help, praying for it, begging me in here to pray for you. All we do is tell your wife and you'll stop right then seeing her. You get the point? You get the point. You will do and you will have what you want when you do what is necessary. Okay? All right. Remember, I love you. Oh, I'm almost forgot. Let's do this. I'm going to get it right. I'm getting good, people. You can find me at my blog spot, DorothyGuyton.blogspot.com. Got it? You can find me at Twitter, In Defense of Women. That's the letter N, DEFENSE of Women. And you can find me at Facebook under Dorothy Guyton Author, okay? My book, Manhood Interrupted, An Answer for the Red Pill Man, will be available for purchase April 2022. And if you want to message me and talk, ask me a question, or talk to me personally and not just a comment, to pass by on my YouTube, you can reach me at Rizerfall, RIZERFALL, Rizerfall at yahoo.com. I welcome your questions. Like I say, hopefully we'll get to the point where I get to talk to some of the red pill men you look to for inspiration and guidance and comfort, and that we become friends. I don't know why we couldn't become friends and become a team and work on what we want. Because like I say, God created you. You're wonderful. You're precious. You're special. You're gifted. God loves you. I love you too. Till next time, I will be seeing you. Have a blessed and happy, healthy day in life.